Ready?
Thank you, Rik Palieri, for a beautiful way to come into the room. Hello, everybody out there on Facebook Live. Hello, everybody in the room. So happy to see you on this, what is, at least in DC, a very, very beautiful Sunday. Hello to Aloysius in Massachusetts and Janice. Hello. Jane in the UK. Arlene in California. Lisa in Indiana. Gay, hello. Nice to see you today. Trish, hello. Dally in DC. Sarah, hello. Nice to see you. Doug in Vermont. Becky in Vancouver. Bonnie in Idaho. Dennis in British Columbia. Susan in Ohio. Mariana, hello. That's the Mariana that goes with our Rik for today. Nice to see you. Caroline, hello. Nice to see you. And Karen in Arizona, Dan in Virginia, glad you're here today. Luda in Victoria, hello. Carolyn in Idaho, Annette in California, and who else is here today? Hello, Anne in DC, and Tom in Victoria. Hello, Fran and Dale, or your living room, or your interchangeable selves. Hello, Susan in Seattle. Hello, Lynn in Connecticut, great to see you today. Nicola in the UK, hello. Kevin in New Hampshire, Fred in Maryland, Karen in Utah. Hello, Rosalie in Michigan, and folks not on video today. Hello to Kathy and Storm and Heidi and Martha and anybody else who's popping in the room right now. If I missed saying hello to you, I'm sorry. Welcome again also to everybody out there on Facebook Live. It's a beautiful day, which you can tell just by the fact that we got to enter the room with that beautiful sound instead of immediately jumping into all of the energy. We got a few moments of Zen before we started. A good way to start a Sunday. I am so excited today to be here. Washington Rebels, Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song on something like our 277th-ish short of a day, 12 noon every day right here. Thank you. That's Eastern time. Thank you so much for being here with us. For all of you on Facebook Live, you're also welcome to join us in the room anytime. Quick announcements. The lyrics to the second song will be in the chat. The first song we're going to learn by sound. There's a donate link in the chat. My email is in the chat if you want to get on our Daily Antidote email list. And I want to thank Aaron and Julia for being here again, running the tech for us today. Thank you so much. And I want to introduce to you a song leader who's been in the room with us a couple times now, Rik Palieri, coming out of Vermont. He is a fabulous singer, songwriter, musician, folklore knowledge, radio host, amazing body of music and knowledge and history, and also has a lot of crossover with Polish music. And Rik, we're excited that you're here today, and we're really excited to hear you tell us about both of your songs and to teach them to us and to get a chance to sing with you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a real honor to be here with all you folks. It's been like a family here. Every time that we can, Mariana and I sit down and join in with all the singers, and I feel like you've created a really special, safe place. And because of what took place in your backyard, right in your backyard, and the letter that you wrote, which was very emotional, I think a lot of us are feeling that feeling of being a little bit unhinged right now. And so when we talked about a song to sing today, I picked two songs, very different songs. One coming from the Polish tradition. Now, when people think about Polish folk music, they think about mazurkas and all kinds of dances and polkas and things like that. But there's actually a very different type of Polish village music that goes on. And I lived in Poland back in 1984 under communism, under martial law. That really helps me to understand a lot of things that I would have never understood because it was very difficult times and people sometimes would disappear. They would just disappear. You could be on a bus and the bus could stop, and if you don't have the right papers or whatever, all of a sudden the police would escort you off the bus and you would disappear. And nobody said anything. Nobody knew what to say. What could you say? What could you say? There was nothing you could say at that time, 1984. And this song that I want to share with you, not an easy song to sing, except for the chorus is really easy. And that's what I thought. And I was playing it. I'm playing it the way that I learned it. I learned from one of the great musicians. I had a fellowship from the government of Poland in 1984 from the Kosciuszko Foundation, which was helped along by Pete Seeger. Pete really thought it was important if I was going to play this type of music that I really understood everything about it. And when I found out that there was a way that I could actually go and live in the village and learn from the people, he was right behind me and wrote a personal reference to the Polish government. And I really never talked about that until Pete passed away. But it's another of the gifts that Pete has given. And so here is the melody. That's the chorus. The story is there was a man who lived high up on the top of a mountain. And it was the hard times, you know, people didn't have a lot of food. Food was rationed back then. And he went all the way down from the top of his mountain home down to the store in town. And he brought his knapsack over his shoulder. He walked down the hill. He got inside a store and he saw 2 rings of meat, 2 rings of kibasi just swinging over there. And he got this momentary fog where he realized he had an important letter that he had to mail. And he went to go mail the letter and he came back and all he saw was the nib of meat just swinging there. Someone had bought it and there was no more in that store. That was it. So he bought some bread and he started climbing his way up the mountain. And he was getting pretty depressed because times were hard. Everything was rationed. There wasn't any meat. There was only a minimal amount of things, and you had to wait in line. And he was old and tired, and he started walking up the hill, and he started getting really, really depressed. And he was about halfway up the steep hill, and he was feeling that pain. You know, when you're walking up a hill, you start feeling the pain in the back of your legs. And he was feeling the pain, and he said, you know, I don't know if I have the strength anymore to make it. He said, times are really tough. He said, sometimes I just want to give up. I just want to sit down right on this mountain and just wait to die. And he sat down, and he was giving up. And then he remembered when he was a young boy, there was a shortcut he used to use to get to the top of the mountain. And he said, if only I could remember that shortcut, I could get back to the top of the mountain without any problem at all. And he got himself up and he started walking. He put one foot in front of the other and his eyes kept searching back and forth as he looked for that shortcut. He kept looking and higher he went and searching, and then there he was at the very top of the mountain. And he looked down and he said, sometimes in life, there are no shortcuts. So that's what the song is about. So it goes like this. Gdyby się ty, gruniczku, a swój kap kimś zniżył, to byś moją nóżeczku teraz nie ubliżył. Your part. Hi. Try that. Hi. And go like this. Hi. Hi. Teraz nie ubliżył. Hi. Your turn. Hi, 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 teraz nie ubliżył. Znisza, znisza z gruniczku, a swój kap kimś kumniem, to byś moja nóżeczku teraz nie ubliżył. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, teraz nie ubliżył. Hi, hi, teraz nie ubliżył.
Thank you, Rik. That was
Oh,
totally priceless.
so that was the song, and I think that there's a lesson in that song. Of course, the song is that when things get tough, we want to sit down on that mountain. We want to give up because right now, and I think this is one of the things that all of us have to really think about, is our country needs to heal. We need to heal. There's a lot of divisions going on. There's a lot of hatred out there. There's a lot of people who are shaking their heads and pointing their fingers. But that's not the way that we're ever going to make this world work. No matter what, we have to try to find some common ground. We have to find those people who are responsible for this evil. Because not everybody, who marched on that thing was evil. Some people, like we all go to a protest and we march in a protest. But there were some evil people. There were Nazis. There were KKK. There were all different kinds of Proud Boys and things that I never even thought about. And that kind of hatred is not something that we know how to deal with. That's something that criminally has to be addressed. But I think for the hearts that are out there of all the different people, we listened to a thing on NPR where a young woman was crying because she said she just realized that she's been lied to. It was the first time that she understood that she's been lied to. And so that's what's happening right now. There's a recognizing of the false statements and all the kinds of things that people have been saying and doing. And that's going to be hard, but we're going to have to work on it, folks, because we want this country to heal. We have to go forward. We have to go forward. And that's why I wanted to share this other song. This song I learned from Brother Kirkpatrick. We called him Brother Kirk. A lot of people remember him from a singer from Resurrection City. And he was singing with Pete Seeger and Jimmy Collier. And I got to know Brother Kirk back in the 1970s. We were singing together while we were kind of organizing for the sloop Clearwater with Pete. And I heard him sing this song, and I fell in love with it. And it's an easy song to sing, and it's the kind of song that we did the other day, where any of you who want to try to sing a verse, make up a verse. This is what Pete would call a zipper song, so that we can zip into it any different idea. So I'll throw out a couple of ideas, and then Joe, you can kind of just let people in who want to, sing the verse. Now I'm tuned really low, but I'm in A. I'm gonna go through it really easy. There is more love than somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. There is more peace somewhere. There is more peace somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more peace somewhere. There is more love somewhere. Try it with me now. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere. You can try something like this. There's no sickness somewhere. There's no sickness somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There's no sickness somewhere. Who has a verse?
So Karen in Arizona has one for us.
Go ahead.
Karen.
There is healing somewhere. There is healing somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is healing somewhere.
Beautiful, Karen. Thank you. So I know we've got a room full of singers here. Don't make me call on you. Come on, gang. I know you sing. Dennis Donnelly, Arlene Baxter. Come on. Good, Dennis. Great. Thank you.
There is more hope somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find that hope. There is more hope somewhere.
Thank you, Arlene. Dennis. Dennis, you're unmuted, but we don't hear you. Do you have a microphone on or off that you need to turn?
There is more joy somewhere. There is more joy somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find there is more joy somewhere.
Beautiful, Dennis. Thank you. Okay, I see Kevin Ennis has a hand up. Go ahead, Kevin. Kevin, I sent you an unmute. Can you go ahead and unmute?
Sorry about that.
What?
Okay.
There is community somewhere. There is community somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is community right here.
Beautiful, Kevin. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to give us a verse? I'm looking for hands. All right, I see Storm. Go ahead, Storm.
There is laughter somewhere. There is laughter somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is laughter somewhere.
And thank you, beautiful Storm. Steve Finner.
There is more truth somewhere. There is more truth somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more truth somewhere.
Beautiful, Steve. Thank you. Nancy Reach, is that you putting a hand up? Okay, Greg Lewis, was that a hand?
There is heaven on earth somewhere. There is heaven on earth somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is heaven on earth somewhere.
Greg, thank you. Totally beautiful. Come on, singers. I know you're out there. We're actually just going to sit here till every one of you goes. Bonnie, is that you? Go ahead.
There is singing right here. There is singing right here. We're gonna keep on making music, 'cause there is singing right here.
Thank you, Bonnie. Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking around. Who else wants to pop in with a verse? I'm going to call on you singers. I know you're there. Doug and Caroline. Perfect. Caroline, go ahead and unmute.
There is unity somewhere. There is unity somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is unity somewhere.
Thank you so much, Caroline. Nancy?
There is wisdom right here. There is wisdom right here. We're gonna keep on, I don't know how to say it, looking inside, 'cause our wisdom is right here.
You could
Beautiful.
sing I'm so grateful that I found it.
Very good, Storm. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to jump in? Okay, Carolyn.
There is friendship right here. There is friendship right here. I don't have to look for it. I have found it. There is friendship right here.
Carolyn, thank you so much. Now we can all mute and cry. And then if anybody else has another verse, you can throw it out. I'm going to look around another time for hands. Is there anybody else who'd like to be brave?
LMG is trying to
Nicola,
get your attention.
I see Nicola and I see Lynn. Nicola, how about if you go, and then Lynn, how about if you go after that? And this is amazing to be hearing all of you after all of these 270 some odd days. I'm loving this.
There is a way of not crying someday. There is a way of not crying someday. I'm gonna keep on trying till I find it. But when I come here to the Daily Antidote, it's right here.
Beautiful, Nicola. Lynn?
There is loving kindness right here. There's loving kindness right here. I'm gonna keep on loving everyone here. There's loving kindness right here.
Beautiful, Lynn. Thank you so much. That was gorgeous. Anybody else want to add? Aloysius.
There's music, dancing and health somewhere. There's dancing and health. Let's find it safely somewhere. They're out there. Just wait and we'll get there someday.
Beautiful, Aloysius. Thank you. Absolutely beautiful. Does anybody else want to? Deli, is that you? Go ahead, Deli. Can you unmute?
Yeah. There is home right here. There is home right here. I'm gonna keep on looking, feeling till I find it. But I don't have to because it's already here.
Beautiful, Deli. Thank you. Beautiful. That was beautiful. Was that there is home right here? Is that what you said? Very nice. We're going to do an om after this. Susan, I see you have a hand up. Susan, can you unmute?
There's no racism right here. There's no racism somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There's no racism somewhere.
Beautiful, Susan. Thank you so much. Anybody else want to try and jump in? Looking for another hand? I'll stop calling on names like I'm a kindergarten teacher, but I know who you are who are not singing who sing. I think, Rick, if you want to try and take it out with another verse or two of your own, I would love that.
Joe, how about you?
Yeah. Joe.
There is daily antidote right here. There is daily antidote right here. We've all found it in this room. Thank you all for being right here.
There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There's more love somewhere. This was really beautiful. I was thinking about how Brother Kirk and Pete and everybody would love that you're singing like this, that we made it. We made a way through this terrible pandemic when we can't sing together. Joe, you made this happen, that people are singing, and we're not gonna stop. One more time, let's bring it home. There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. I'm gonna keep on till I find it. There is more love somewhere.
Wow. Rick, when I told everybody in the email this morning that you'd picked the Just Right Everything, I had no idea how much I meant that. That was just unbelievably beautiful. And I can't believe how amazing it was to hear all of you. That was just so completely inspiring. And not all of you, but many of you. And the rest of you, I'll get back at you. And I'll especially get back at whoever it was who called out for me to sing a verse. How did I not realize that I'm picking on all of you? Of course, you're going to pick me back. Thanks a lot, gang. So I really, that was, I can't even say enough. The sentiments from yesterday were about power and about action and about change. And today it's about gratitude and remembering how far we've come. That's part of what helps us be strong to move forward, right? Remembering how far we've come. We are all here because of our work and the ways that we've been resilient. And let's go back out and keep going. Let's make the change that we want to see and the change that we want to be. And thank you, everybody, so much. Can we all please give Rick a big round of applause? And then can we all please give ourselves a big round of applause? Not just for the music, gang, for everything, for the being here, for the being strong. I'm wishing you all a lot of love and a happy Sunday. That to me felt like the perfect start to another week. So I'm really looking forward. Dennis, do you want to say something?
Hi, Joe. Thanks, Rick, for that song. I learned that song from Moira Smiley. And Rick, you may know this already, but apparently Moira Smiley says for the background of this song, it's originally from the Georgia Sea Islands, and Alan Lomax recorded it from a woman named Bessie Smith in New York in 1961, and that's where it apparently came from. So I just wanted to share that.
Wow, thank you, Dennis. So 3 cheers for not one, but 2 amazing historians of music in the room. Thank you, Dennis, for bringing another layer to that song. That's really great to know. So does anybody else want to say anything before we? Hello? If anybody is, okay, wait, somebody's unmuted who maybe doesn't mean to be. Hang on. Okay, if there's anybody who wants to say something, can you wave at me? And otherwise we're. Okay. Tech crew, can you mute everybody and then unmute me? Thank you. Am I still on? Okay, I don't hear any echoes now. That was pretty good though. That was actually our singing coming back to us. Maybe we won't even have to listen to the Facebook Live because it'll just play all day long in our heads now. Gang, thank you so much for being here today. And it's a great day for me to ask you all to help wave everybody out of the room. That was the most community I feel like we've been in all of these days, and we've been some pretty strong community. So thanks to all of the folks who were here today to share in that. And goodbye, and can't wait to see you tomorrow. We do have some really neat songwriters, singer-songwriters. We've got 2 new people, I think, coming to us this week. Sloan Wainwright is going to be presented to us by Reggie Harris, and Happy Trom is going to be in the room with us this coming week too, plus some more of our regulars. And so folks you may know just from the scene. And Morris Smiley is somebody I think we're going to need to try and also bring in the room with us. She's an amazing presence, and I know a lot of us already love her. So thank you again to everybody. And I want to say goodbye to all of you now. Goodbye to everybody out there on Facebook Live. And thanks for being with us today. And see what happens if you come in the room is you get to sing a verse. So we're going to make sure we do that again soon. So join us in the room if you can.